Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Ndikomba la mufamadilondolani votanganedzwa. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and also comment. So on today's video, my aim is to prepare you guys for your trial examination. So there comes a time when you're in grade 12 and you know that it's term 3 and you're going to be facing trials. So trials, there's a reason why they're called trials. They are going to test your mental capacity. They're going to test your intelligence. They're going to test how smart you are. They're going to test, are you able to persevere? They're going to test your mental breakupness. Do you break up easily or do you break up really slowly? Okay, so it brings me to my first point. It's very important to start preparing for your trials as soon as you can. I genuinely think that it's never too late to start preparing for your trials. Even if it's a week before, it's okay. So you have to create something that's going to help you see how time is going, to manage your time. And I bring you what I call the motivational wall. So the motivational wall, it's something that I keep. It has all my motivational pictures in it, and I also have what I call my motivational calendar, where it's a block of days and I show you, I just write how many days I studied. I also count the days and I also write the days that I'm going to be writing exams for my trial and also my final. So while I'm preparing for my trial, I already know 16 days to this exam, 20 days to my final, things like that, right? So it's very helpful. And remember that time management is the basic thing that you need to do when you're preparing for anything. Okay, so it brings me to my second point. It's important to know the main concepts. I'm not saying that you should know the whole textbook, but you should know what I call the main concepts of everything. You can download the exam guideline. The exam guidelines are going to show you the main concepts that are going to be focused on. So if you know the exam guidelines and you know each and everything that's on the exam guidelines, and you also know how to apply the things that are on the exam guidelines, the possibility is that you're going to know most of the things, right? After knowing the exam guidelines, you also have to refer to your textbook. Please don't forget to refer to your textbook. The way I used to know my textbook, I would literally, if you asked me a question, I would even refer you to the page number and say, go to page what. I saw this there. So, it's there. So you have to have that mindset of knowing your textbook, because it's also in the mind of the examiner that you should know how to apply the concepts that you learned in class, you learned when you were studying, and you learned in your exam guideline. So that also brings me to my fourth point of doing your question papers. So doing your question papers helps you know the mindset of the examiner, but I want to warn you on something. You don't have to practice your final exams, the final question papers. Try to practice trial question papers, because I think that final question papers are a bit lenient, so you don't get a variety of difficult questions. But if you find various trial question papers, that's how you're going to know who sets your exam. For example, I'm from Limpopo, and our physics, the person who sets our physics paper usually sets very difficult papers, but there is one usual thing that they do. They set questions that they don't require maths. When you're solving for something, they won't give you a value for maths. So you're going to have that mindset that I really don't need maths in this question, so I have to cancel it out. That was one thing that you have to do. So you have to even know the mindset of the examiner. And doing so means going back to various question papers from different years, comparing the way the examiner sets questions, doing the question papers, knowing the memorandums, because it's also important that after you're done with your trial, you also gather all the exam question papers from other provinces, and then you do the question papers, because it's very usual that the person who sets trial paper is going to be the one who sets the final paper. Maybe you don't even know who's going to be that person. Maybe it's going to be the one who sets the trial paper from Western Cape, and they're the one who are writing who are setting the final question paper. So keep that in mind, okay? The other thing that you're going to have to do when you are preparing for your trials is that you are going to have to be lenient on yourself. Being lenient, it doesn't mean that you have to sit down and drink coffee and stay relaxed. It means that you're going to have to tell yourself that trials, it's hard work or nothing. And being lenient is actually preventing you a mental breakdown by actually doing what you're supposed to do when you still have time. Because if you try to do all those things at once, you are going to end up having a mental breakdown. I am telling you, it's very difficult to handle trials, because when you write a difficult exam on Friday, on Monday another difficult one is waiting for you. And a trial is meant to break you down and try you and see if you're prepared for what's coming on the finals. Usually trials are more difficult than finals because they want you to be mentally aware. They want you to take things seriously. Okay, so another thing that you're going to have to look at is the fact that your trials are going to play a big role in your yearly marks, so you have to be serious about them. So you also have to look back at the things that you've been doing all year and try to do that as well, and also get help from other kids. Like if you know that you're struggling with mathematics, it's better that you find someone who's going to help you out with mathematics, because we don't want you to lose motivation after trials. If trial examination breaks you to the point where you are actually disappointed in yourself, there is a high possibility that you're going to be disappointed in yourself throughout your final two, and you're just going to feel like a total failure. And we don't want that, because you know what, we know that we are smart. I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, if you're watching this video, you are going to pass your final examinations with all the distinctions, and you're going to pass with high marks. You're going to do the course of your choice in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Hallelujah. Let's move. Okay. So the other thing that you're going to have to know about a trial examination, a lot of people just think that if I pass my trial very well, there's a high, like they relax. Don't relax after your trial examination, but let's base it more on preparing you. If you're going to be writing prelim, like pre-trial examinations, please be serious about your pre-trial examinations. And because maybe you wrote junior examinations, also go back to the junior examinations that you wrote, because there's a high possibility that the person who set your junior examination is the same one who's going to set your trial examination. Okay, and then stay shut up. After your trials, you just need to cool down. You need to cool down. Stop being the light of the show. If you're the light of the show in class, just do your things in silence, because after your trials, I just feel as if it's a one-man show. You have to go on this journey on yourself to write your final examinations, because it might be helpful maybe to get someone to help you out, but after your trials it might be tricky, especially if you really worked well on your finals, like on your trials. Everyone is going to look at you for an answer now. When there's an answer, a question in class, they just want to look at you like that's the person who's supposed to answer. I get it, this person is the one who got good marks during trials, so please do that. So I think that is basically each and everything that I wanted to tell you guys. I also wanted to tell you guys that most people don't sleep, they study all night, and when you're busy thinking that studying 2 hours is enough to prepare for trials, I beg you, I'm literally begging you to take your life seriously. If you are studying less than 4 hours, you're doing nothing. Please take your life seriously. Thank you. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, and also like the other videos as well. Watch them. They're going to be really helpful for your journey. Wishing you an amazing trial examination. I really hope that each and everything that I told you guys right now, it's going to be helpful. From me to you, beautiful smiles all the way. Good luck.